Welcome back to Magic Crystal Tech Support. I'm Josh.
Dale.
Hello, my name is Jimmy Pop, and I'm a dumb white guy. I'm not a noob, but middle school, 5th grade like junior high.
I'm also a dumb white guy.
I don't know, mofo, if peeps all be bugging giving props to my hoe because she's fly.
Hey, we probably should stop with that, Ian, or we might hit a copyright strike. Not really.
Yeah, I can take the heat, because I'm the other white meat known as Kid Funky Fly.
What the fuck are you saying?
Yes.
What?
It's everyone's favorite Bloodhound Gang song.
Well, my favorite was about the roof on fire.
Yeah, that'll be the one.
Okay. I just didn't know the lyrics, I guess, apparently.
Yeah.
I got it, Ian. I like this.
Anyway, Ian and Devin were the other ones that had not introduced themselves officially. I mean, I guess Ian did introduce himself with overcomplicated rap lyrics that didn't actually tell anybody who he was.
I never introduced myself, so that's something new.
I think it tells everybody exactly the kind of person I am.
That guy. No one likes that guy.
It's okay, Ian.
No one wants to be that guy.
Alright. So, on the topic of Final Fantasy, for my birthday, my daughter got me a poster of 100 games we have to play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, upon reading the games, I realized I played a lot of these games, but I have not beaten them. So I have now turned it into a 100 games I have to beat. I only got 19.
What are some of them?
Super Metroid, which I have beaten, so I got to cross that one out.
I've actually never beaten Super Metroid.
It's really fun.
I have.
It is super fun.
We did a playthrough, a randomized playthrough of Super Metroid, and right at the end after Mother Brain, we actually died before we got off the planet because I forgot how the damn maze went. And then it was like, well, this Let's Play, I'm not going to do it again. Goodbye, everybody.
turns out she died after killing Mother Brain.
Crash Bandicoot 2, Wrath of Cortex, which I have beaten.
The Crash Bandicoot games are a blast.
When they stick to the formula. When they went weird, then they weren't good. But
Bioshock.
Bioshock?
One of the Halos, Halo Reach, I think. If I remember correctly, it was Halo Reach.
The only Halo game I ever beat was the first Halo. I played the first 3 and I've only beaten the one.
I remember 2 Halo games I beat in a weekend with my friend Cody. Reach and ODST. Can't remember I beat any other ones. I think 3. I know for a fact I've beaten 3. But
I'm gonna
I think Turismo was on there.
have to change the order again because people got poisoned and got jumped around.
Again, quit getting poisoned, people.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of this. I hope to actually clear out the swamp dungeon, the bottom part, tonight. Well, hopefully.
So if it's the bottom part of the swamp dungeon, does that make it the swamp ass?
Yes. The ass of the swamp. But enough about my brother.
Nice.
You said it. I just confirmed.
Excuse me.
Ah!
One of the games on the list is what I was trying to talk about because of Final Fantasy.
Uh-huh.
Guess what Final Fantasy is on there?
7?
No.
2?
Really? Not
Yeah.
7?
Not 7. 7's not on there. I was very surprised it was not on there.
10?
Not 10.
6.
Nope. Not even 6. Not many people like 6. They only like Kefka from 6.
I never really actually finished 6.
I never have either.
From what I read online, a lot of people like 6, but not as much as the ones you just listed in the game that's on there. People just like Kefka.
I got to the final area. I just never reached Kefka.
6 isn't bad. My problem with 6 is I can actually get into it because I'll kind of expand on my thoughts here in a minute. But just too many characters and it just feels awkward trying to swap 80 fucking characters.
There were a lot of characters.
Is it 3?
Nope.
4.
Nope.
Crystal Chronicles.
I love how they're just naming all the side quests now instead of the actual number. He's named everyone around it.
Is it 8?
No. He's officially named everyone around it.
9.
It's 9.
It's
Final Fantasy 9.
See, that's so weird. No, I actually like Final Fantasy 9 a lot, but man, it's
I didn't know that many people liked it. Put it on like a top like 100 games you play.
Well, but like you compare it to like how much people like 7 or even 6 or
10.
even 4. 10 is a lot of, and 10 and 8 are both infamous. And I like 10 a lot, but I know a lot of people find 10 kind of. The voice acting at 10 isn't very good. I play the game on silent. Most of the time I play video games silent and then listen to like a podcast or music in the background instead of.
I like to play the games with the music blaring because a lot of video game soundtracks are pretty awesome.
That is true. Skyrim is a great soundtrack. See, I love Skyrim's soundtrack.
Anyway, so the thing about Final Fantasy IX, I've learned a couple things. One, it might become my favorite Final Fantasy because I'm enjoying the hell out of it. The story's pretty freaking awesome. I have not found one main character I hate, even with Steiner.
I like Steiner.
Steiner's a really good character. He can be an asshole at times, but his character is pretty fucking...
Steiner was always on my party.
Well, until he went away.
Well, when I had no choice, yeah.
But he's saying if he had the choice of putting Steiner in,
But I've also found out, like, the whole reason on the entire...
Have you met Q yet?
I love Q.
A lot of people don't like Q.
Why?
They find
She's awesome.
They find them annoying. Is it a?
Literally, her master in one of his shadows says she/he. So both.
It.
Neither. Yeah.
They. We'll go with they.
I think the term is genderqueer. I don't know.
Fluid.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think Quina would be gender fluid because I think Quina would probably
genderless.
Yeah, it would probably be non-binary.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it goes back.
They
and
don't
forth.
address themselves either.
No.
They just call themselves Quina. But like the person that she was being trained by has used both pronouns in one sentence, had both for one pronoun. So I'm like, cool, I love her.
Interesting, in the second edition Scion book, they refer to Loki as they.
Makes sense.
Because Loki's gender fluid.
Yeah.
Be anything he wants, so.
Shapeshifters tend to...
Be where the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about.
Right, go ahead.
I now understand why the Final Fantasy VI fan base is so fucking divided. Every single game has one quirk. Every game does not every game has.
Yeah.
Not one quirk is the one thing that people like.
I mean, you're true. That is probably pretty accurate.
Like, Caleb, what's the quirk in 10?
Isn't that the board, the Blitz board?
Sphere grid?
Sphere grid?
In the sphere grid, yeah, the skill tree thing.
That's like everyone who likes 10, they always bring up the sphere grid.
Okay, here's one of the things I like about 10. I like being able to hot swap party members out.
And that's another thing, a lot of people bring that up. Why did they get rid of it? It's like the one thing I enjoyed.
I did too. I think that's great. And like some games let you swap party members out, like First Breath of Fire does. But like it's so convenient in Final Fantasy X. It is just so easy to do. You can just boom, boom, boom.
It's pretty convenient in 10 too, because technically you got 3 members. You can swap between the classes during battle, can't you?
Yes.
So, but like everybody who has a favorite Final Fantasy, the main reason they like that Final Fantasy is the story and the quirk.
Yeah. I actually like Final Fantasy IX's where you have the weapons, that you level up the weapons to learn new skills.
I love it.
I actually really like that.
I love it.
Well, I think it creates an interesting...
It gives me something to grind for.
Well, see, to me it gave me an interesting mechanical choice. Like, man, this sword is better than this sword. But I haven't gotten this ability I really want off the sword. So it's like, okay, I can use a substandard piece of equipment to finally master this ability, or I can swap it out for a weapon that's just simply... And it's like, it actually creates like this mechanical decision you have to make.
Literally, through the Ice Cavern, we run to Black Bolt's number 9. I stole the Mithril Dagger off the thing he summons. Mm-hmm. I immediately looked at it for the fight. I'm like, oh my god, that is so much better. And I looked at my dagger. I'm like, 4 more fights and I have it unlocked. 4 more fights than it is.
very well.
But no, I enjoy that mechanic. I also enjoy how like the mini game things it all has, and I don't really understand the card game yet.
I don't think I ever truly understood. That was Tetramaster, right?
I think so, yes.
Because 8's was Triple Triad.
Yes.
So that 9 would have been
Terramaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really familiar to me. I played it with the tutorial, and I thought I had understanding with it, and then I lost. I'm like, why did I lose?
The games like to throw like these weird mechanics. I kind of played it. The Triple Triad was the only reason I ever got anywhere in Final Fantasy VIII, because I actually really like Triple Triad.
But
The treasure box is empty, Josh. It's empty!
Yeah, it was one of the rooms that didn't help me.
like Final Fantasy 1 has no really quirks, and that's why it has this fan base, because they're like, oh, it's the original. Oh, it has no quirks or anything. It's the perfect basic. And then everyone hates 2 because of its quirk.
But yeah, well, it's a stupid quirk.
It's not a stupid quirk, they just did it incorrectly, in my opinion.
Which is why it's stupid.
Yeah, failure in execution.
So what was 3's quirk? Because I never played 3.
That introduced the job training system.
That one introduced the ability to make your characters change jobs mid-game. Because here, your job is locked when you start the game.
Mm-hmm.
In Final Fantasy 3, you unlock new jobs as the game goes on.
Ooh.
3's okay. 3 has a bad problem of putting you in boss fights you have to run from and not telling you. Like, there's one point where you fight Bahamut, and I spent hours grinding trying to beat this thing, and I learned that you just can't beat it. You're supposed to run. And I'm like, well, that's just fucking... as somebody who started in the SNES era, it is in my head that you just cannot run from boss fights.
Yeah, I'm trying that
I
thing
agree
too.
with that.
Oh, that's much better.
I didn't start in SNES era, but I agree with that. I don't
Sorry,
think run away from
I had to exclaim how much better the armor I just gave
You got iron.
Devin was.
You got iron. He has iron plate now.
Instead of chainmail, you have iron plate.
But, yeah, I know that Final Fantasy 9 has one of those bosses, but except running from them, you have to lose to them.
Yeah.
And even to the point of if you actually grind enough to beat them, they pull out a fucking fuck you card.
Yeah.
Because they have to win that fight in order to score. Alright, cool.
I don't mind those. It's just in Final Fantasy 3, there was like a fight with Bahamut moderately early on. You cannot win. Every turn he regenerates more than you could possibly do, even if you ground out to like level 50.
I had
Yeah.
level 50 early on.
I never got that far. I eventually just did the whole guide, dang it. I'm just gonna look it up in a guide, and the game's like, oh, you have to run from him. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's a fucking bullshit trick.
Well, was that Bahamut's like first appearance in Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 3?
It was.
Who's main character in 3 again?
Nah, they have 4 Onion Warriors. You name them. Like, kind of like how you do in this
Okay,
game.
so 3 was the Onion Warrior, 4 was Cecile.
4 Cecil, yes.
Okay.
I love Final Fantasy 4. Fucking love 4.
I get 4 and 3 mixed up a lot of the time.
Seems like the 4th installment of a lot of those like old game series was really good.
Yeah.
I think it's just a good year for games.
Who's main? Oh, 5th is the guy with all the weapons.
Like Mortal Kombat 4 was
Farts.
really good.
Yeah, Farts was the... Where you smash the crystals to gain the powers of classes.
6 is the Terra bitch. That
6 is Terra.
7 is Cloud.
Fuck
8 is
Final
Leon.
Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 7 isn't a very good game. I said it.
It got overhyped. I'm sorry, people were impressed by the graphics.
He's playing Final Fantasy 7. Caleb's playing Final Fantasy 7 right now.
Yeah, on his phone.
I need something to play
Dude,
about
Caleb, just think, when that game first came out, was
You're
it like
allowed to-
6 discs or something?
something like that. There's a lot of
3, I
these.
believe.
It was 3.
You're
Eight-
allowed to
8 was
talk,
4
Caleb.
discs.
You're allowed to,
So
you're
was
allowed
the
to get in
9
on
number.
this.
But now it's on your fucking phone.
Yeah.
We can hold around probably the entire trilogy of Final Fantasy, probably up to 9 on our phones.
Probably. I looked for earlier installments of Final Fantasy, but I couldn't find any for a phone. I couldn't
Yeah.
find any in the Play Store at least.
that were.
You can illegally get all the other Final Fantasies on your phone.
I'm sure you can get some kind of emulator for your phone.
Oh, I know you can. People get into
The,
all the time.
Like I said, when it comes to Final Fantasy, 4 is probably my favorite.
I want to see Souls Wars, yeah.
Yeah. Then probably 5, 9, 10.
So far, 9's beating all of them for me.
I like 9. 9's good. But I mean, I adore both 4 and 5. I mean, I think they're both just truly fantastic games.
Well, you see, I'm not a big fan of turn-based games. I enjoy watching this.
No,
I'm enjoying watching Josh play 1 right now.
And that's understandable. That's like, I don't like...
Only games turn-based games I enjoyed growing up were Mario and Luigi Superstars. Like Paper Mario, basically.
Yeah.
Where you have to interact and you can like actually negate all the damage by dodging.
And that's understandable. It's like, I don't like first-person shooters. It's like, so what's your favorite Call of Duty game? I don't have one. I don't like first-person shooters. If I had to pick a first-person shooter that I'd like, it would be Spec Ops: The Line, but...
Well, there's this first-person shooter where you're a sniper and it has real-life drop his bullet.
That's actually kind of cool.
I think you would enjoy that game.
Now, see, I like light gun games.
The Zombie War, but the actual one.
Oh yeah.
I like light gun games, like the Time Crisis games,
All those are
Lethal. They had a sniper light gun game called Sniper Scope. You get in the arcades, and like a sniper rifle, and the actual screen for like is the scope, so you're like actually looking through the scope. And that's actually
That actually sounds very cool.
It's actually super cool.
No, there's two different sniper games that do the exact same thing, except one's modern, one's in World War II. I enjoy the World War II one solely because...
At least it wasn't a mimic, Josh.
Yeah, that's true.
There's mimics in the first one?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, we finally have a chance to strike first against
Me and Caleb...
Yeah, but the gargoyles are a pain in the butt.
Me and Caleb are going through Dark Souls 2 together because I've been desperately wanting a Souls.
Fucking Dark Souls. I have the first one. You can actually see it over there, my little...
Oh yeah, I have all of them. I bought all of them at least twice.
Fuck Dark Souls. Jesus Christ almighty.
I'm only playing them because Devin wanted me to.
It's really making me happy.
These werewolves.
I have sacrificed my sanity for Devin.
Fuck.
We're getting through Dark Souls 2 pretty well. Sure, there's some moments where we're like, oh, that was fucking bullshit, but I mean, I feel like me and you are still having fun being idiots on it.
Oh yeah, it's fun to mess around with you on it, but if I play it alone, I'm actually trying to like progress in a meaningful way. It doesn't happen.
Are those werewolves?
They're werewolves.
Me and Caleb are playing...
Werewolf. Werewolf?
Now, in the first game, werewolf... Yeah. Captain Dad joke away! Anyway.
Well, I'm a dad.
Dad powers! You're too far away.
Yes, thank you.
It's like, so they're extra tough and they inflict poison. That's the difference in this game with werewolves.
Oh.
They inflict poison because, the werewolf
Yeah,
thing.
that makes sense.
Caleb got bit by a werewolf in Strahd's campaign and we somehow reversed time because something fucked up.
Well, either way, I would have had greater restoration because I have the necklace of prayer beads.
Yeah.
But we figured out that I had the inspiration, the DM inspiration.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, can I use that to go back in time and re-roll my lycanthropy? And she was like, sure. So I did it, and
It requires the mystic key!
Yep, I quit.
Because it's all the word key is all caps.
Oh.
all
That's hilarious.
key items are in
In all
caps.
caps.
Well, I mean, that helps you. That helps
Because they didn't really have the option for, like, fancy
Italics.
text. Yeah.
So anyway, me and him were going through Dark Souls 2.
Mm-hmm.
And every chest we come across, we're like, okay, is this an enemy? Are we going to risk this? And we're like, fuck it, risk it. And so we open every chest we've come across with great fear, because I know they're in Dark Souls. I know they're in Dark Souls 3. But I haven't gotten far enough in Dark Souls 2 to know if they're in Dark Souls 2 or not. So I'm terrified of every chest in Dark Souls 2 right now.
You'd imagine if they're in 1 and 3. I've only played Dark Souls 1, and I have not gotten past the first, like, half hour of the game.
You ever beat the Asylum again?
I beat the Asylum. I haven't gotten past the part where you're, like, on the little bridge over the water and the little ghosty things are coming out. That's like literally the beginning of the game. I keep fucking dying.
Ghosty things.
They have like weird sickle hands.
Did you go through a graveyard?
Ah, fuck. I don't know.
Did you fight a lot of skeletons on the way there?
Fight skeletons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did you dodge a lot of stuff?
Ian, you went towards the end of the game.
No wonder it was hard.
You're at the beginning of the game. So at the beginning of the game, when you're at the Firelink Shrine, you go through the graveyard with a lot of skeletons that lead underground.
Yeah.
You do that after you ring the 2 towers. Oh, that's the other way.
See, this is the problem with these games. There's no way for him to have known that.
You don't know where you're supposed to go in this game either. You just roam around until you find.
That's
But it
true.
works in this game. This game is 16-bit.
That's true.
Or is it 8-bit?
It's
8. It's 8? Oh, good.
Oh no.
Even better.
I'm not tearing down Dark Souls as a game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying I was frustrated because I couldn't get anywhere in it and I put the game down.
Oh yeah, no, it is actually a pretty shit game because there's a lot of shit moments in it where it is a very difficult game, and when it works, it's actually easier. But a lot of the time, it doesn't work, and a lot of bullshit happens. Like I know for a fact I parried that bastard, but somehow I died. They have moments like that in the game, which pisses me off. Like Dark Souls is a it's not the best game, but it works.
I mean, it's just my experience with it.
Well, I beat the 3rd one.
We're fighting 4 wizards.
And look closely at them. They are illithids from D&D.
They are from D&D.
Yeah, I know.
We can't call them Illithids.
Why?
That's-
Illithid is a D&D trademark. Technically, you can't use Illithids in your game. Because Illithid is a D&D trademark. It is a D&D invention. Same is true of Beholders.
Yeah.
I want to trademark this dick then. Fuck you.
But yeah, there's a handful of monsters. They're actually the reason why these monsters aren't in Pathfinder. Like, the Pathfinder rulebook, there are no Illithids or Beholders. They're technically TSR trademarks. Which means Wizards of the Coast got them, they got TSR's trademarks.
Well, can't they design them differently?
Yes, and they have legally not Beholders and legally not Mind Flayers.
Yeah.
What are they in Pathfinder?
I don't remember what they're called.
We never really ran into them.
No. Honestly,
I feel like they're very niche for certain campaigns. Like,
I'm
either
not
your campaign has them in it or it doesn't. Like, there's no just adding them in somewhere.
I'm not like crazy fond of Mind Flayers, honestly.
Well, don't play Dragon Heist.
Yeah.
No, I mean just as a DM, I'm not. They're something that I find very hard to slot into a lot of campaigns. If you're gonna put Mind Flayers in a campaign, you're gonna have to do a specific kind of campaign.
I forgot how much of a crazy jump in skill these suddenly are.
So where exactly want ones from D&D?
What?
Where exactly are want ones from D&D?
These are called wizards.
Mind flares.
Oh, they're mind players.
Yeah.
Is that what you said earlier?
Illithid.
Okay.
The species name.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck's an elephant?
Illithids are they're Mind Flayers.
They're, they're basically aliens.
I think we may die.
For alien.
Well, Josh just went down.
Yeah.
Mine down?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah, you went down too.
they took you out
And
first.
Dale just went down.
How the fuck did I go out first?
They all
These
gang
things
piled
are
on you.
fucking tough as fuck.
Oh, the hell.
We haven't taken a single one down. It's me versus 4 wizards.
I believe you, Ian. Ian,
Nope.
believe in me who plays in you.
Are they technically wizards in this? Are they?
They say wizard.
Yes.
Oh, it's a wizard. Oh.
But they're legally not.
Is there anywhere else we can go, Josh? To grind up maybe a level or two?
We can grind, but that's about it.
Grind like teenagers on the dance floor.
Oh god. Speaking
Arm
of old
lengths
games,
apart, Ian. What part of arms length apart do you not understand?
I don't know.
Put a
I never
balloon
went to
between-
I never
put a
went to
balloon
my
between
school
you two.
dances. So I have no
I
idea.
agree. I didn't go to very many either.
I didn't go social at all.
They weren't that fun.
They weren't.
I
The
honestly.
most fun I had was one time in middle school. I forget what grade it was. It had to be at least 7th or 8th grade because I had long hair by that point. And I started growing in 7th grade. And I was just hanging out in the cafeteria getting a snack or two, talking to my not cool friends. Like, I was in that weird group of just had friends everywhere. And I had a group of friends who were just there to talk to each other. So I was just sitting down watching them and all that. My cool friends came up and ran into me like, Devin, I just put in, I forget what song it was. I think it was Metallica. But it was a heavy metal, it was a metal song. And he's like, dude, come with me. I just requested an old song. I'm like, okay, why? He's like, I want to headbang with you. I'm like,
Hell
alright,
yeah.
cool. So he literally guides me to the front of the fucking gymnasium in front of the fan to make our hair like even more flowy. He has no hair, like he's not like me and you. Ian is not any longer. He was having longer hair than Caleb.
Oh, okay.
For reference, my hair is clear to my shoulders.
Alright.
If anyone wants to
Back to my actual save file instead of where it put me.
save state, woohoo!
Yep, that's actually how I tend to save here.
And
Because Josh is a dirty, dirty cheater.
and
Joe,
literally-
did you just use the loot?
No.
Oh.
I accidentally tried to. But yeah, grind out levels, sure. I didn't want to overdo that, but that's something we gotta do right now.
I mean, those wizards just curb stomped us.
Yes.
Fuck.
we either got grind off screen or grind on screen, but we got grind.
And I got yelled at last time I tried to grind off screen.
Yeah,
so.
you did. That's
We got yelled at?
I yelled at him
Oh,
because that's not how you do this. That's not how you do a
That's
let's
why we
play.
have to
I thought
try
a
to-
fan.
It's a
yelled at me.
challenge to make us think of good
We don't have
conversation
to-
while we're grinding.
We don't
Oh,
have
me, you can do
You have to
that.
have
Me,
something.
you, Ian, we got that.
Speaking of old games, has anybody here played Shadow Hearts?
I've heard of it, but I never did.
I don't think so.
I loved that game so much. It's such a good story. And it's a turn-based game that has, like, it's a turn-based game like Final Fantasy, but it has a little quirk where in order to hit things, it has a little dial that spins around and you have to hit button at the right time and get it in the little
You were
things.
like Super Mario.
The more
Mario.
attacks your character had, the more times you had to hit, and for each hit was
Oh,
another dial.
that's actually kind of cool.
You would like Mario. It's probably Mario.
Super Mario RPG had a similar mechanic.
Yeah. All the Mario RPGs have that kind of mechanic.
They call
That's why I
it
like them.
they call it the timed hit. Hit, and if you got it right time, you got a second hit and did extra damage. And if an opponent attacked you and you hit the A whatever button at the right time, you blocked and took half damage.
Heck yeah.
This is stable in Mario RPGs now.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, him talking about his past reminded me of a conversation me and him, Caleb. I have gotten so much shit from them during this conversation. They yelled at me because I never really watched Arthur or anything on PBS as a kid growing up.
Yeah.
I never did either, actually.
Well, I don't think that kind of
Wow.
was Arthur even around when you were a kid.
Oh, I'm sure it was. It's been around for like 90 years.
It's been around forever, yeah.
I vaguely remember Arthur being a thing. It might have been a little after my time.
Anyway, they're like, "How have you not seen Arthur?" I'm like, "Dude, I didn't really watch PBS growing up." They're like, "How did I see PBS?" I'm like,
Look, when I was a kid, PBS was one of the only things I could watch. As soon as I got cable, I ran from that as far as possible because that was all I was exposed to. I wanted to watch everything
well,
else.
that's the thing. Kayla and Kayla growing up didn't really have all the expensive
Yeah.
TV shows.
We broke.
We didn't in my house either.
Me, on the other hand, my family has, when I was a kid, has always been in that mid-tier shit. And my dad loves TV and movies, so he made sure to always have all the good TV shows.
Don't get me wrong, we had a TV, but we were still broke.
And so we're sitting in Cracker Barrel, and he's listing off all these cartoons and stuff. I'm like, "Yeah, I see this." I'm like, not religiously, or "Yeah, I watch that a lot." And then he said one that sparked old memories. And I'm like, "Oh, fuck yeah, I watch that all the time." He looks at me and goes, "I have no clue what the fuck this is." And he literally, I'm like, "Fuck.
What was it?
Crashbox."
Don't know that one. I actually don't know that
No
one
idea what
either.
it is.
It was on HBO.
That would be why.
So you'd have to have the really expensive cable package.
I watched Out of the Box.
Yeah, that was the
That
one
was
you
fun.
said. One of the ones you said. And I'm just like, as soon as he said it, both him and Kayla like, no, we haven't seen that. I didn't even want to say anything, but the moment he said it, I like looked up and sparked with joy. And he just looked at me like, yeah, you've seen it, haven't you? I'm like, yeah, I watched it all the fucking time.
Hey Josh, you remember Wishbone?
What's the story,
I
Wishbone?
remember Wishbone. Wishbone was
Yeah,
awesome.
Wishbone was the shit.
You know Wishbone.
I love
was
Wishbone.
He was like a little Jack Russell too.
A Jack Russell
I think it was
Terrier.
Jack Russell Terrier, and he had one
He had like a
eye that was
like an
brown.
and
Basically,
and what
he
he would do is he would like go into like
classic stories
like the Count of Monte Cristo
and replay the.
And he would be the main character.
Yeah.
The main character would be a dog.
That now sounds familiar.
It was the shit.
I used to get VHSs of it from the library.
I used to have a stuffed Wishbone.
That would be cool. I would have loved to have that.
Hey Josh, is this an ogre battle?
Oh gosh.
You know, I can't wait for this battle to be ogre.
Is it the 64th ogre battle? Is this ogre battle 64? Or we have to use some strategy, and this is the tactics ogre.
Ah,
Oh gosh.
I say it's a
The
64
ogre
ogre
friend.
plus 5.
the ogre franchise.
Oh, that actually reminds me of
That's
something.
actually one I never really got into. I think I've only played one of them.
This has no spoilers for Resident Evil 8. However, Resident Evil 8 has a Warhammer 40k ogre reference, orc reference.
Okay.
Nice.
There is a challenge that you can get. It's called Daka Daka.
Okay.
More
Get
Daka
100
Daka.
180 kills with assault rifle. And it's called Daka Daka, and I saw that. I'm like, I must get this now. It was fantastic.
You know what's awesome about ogre? You know what's awesome about Warhammer 40k?
Orcs.
It's where all the stupid edgelords go, and they can stay out of our other games.
I like
I like
another.
Warhammer 40k.
I'm just messing.
I like another reference that's in Resident Evil 8. During the fight against Heisenberg.
I want him to see it for himself. Please don't.
Okay, fine.
Oh gosh.
He needs to see it for
I
himself.
mean, technically, I don't care. Devin's the one that worries about it.
Yeah.
No. It's fine, Josh. Just say it.
Okay, fine.
Don't say it, Josh. I don't want to know now.
Well, you had no intention of playing it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So I don't even know what a Heisenberg is.
He's
Like,
he's a person. And not the person from Breaking Bad, though plenty of jokes have been.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Does he have a football under his arm? And he's all like,
That is Heisman, not Heisenberg.
He's my favorite word.
is he a blimp that explodes?
Sort of. I think a blimp's in there somewhere.
Probably.
No,
Excuse
he
me,
controls metal.
He controls electromagnetic fields that makes him magnetic.
Yeah, it's pretty much Magneto.
Yeah, he's Magneto. Did they ever explain how he moves the freaking tank Ethan drives during that fight? Because it says it's metal composites and he couldn't control it. And then it starts flying around the fucking map during the fight.
Didn't you see in the animation? His metal bits grabbed it and lifted it.
No, I was too focused on the motherfucking monster in front.
No, he wasn't whipping it around with his power. He was using his power to use metal to grab it.
He
Was it-
magnetoed it.
Wasn't
Okay, that makes more sense. That's actually pretty good. Awesome.
Resident Evil a game about zombies?
It was.
Oh, well, in his factory, he is making metal zombie, like cyber zombie army.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good way of describing them. They're fucking terrifying.
Speaking of weird things that no longer are what they're about, have you seen the Hobbs and Shaw, or the Hobbs and Shaw Fast and Furious movie?
No, I have not. I don't really.
Okay, it's about Idris Elba is like a cyborg, and he's trying to create like he's trying to capture a technovirus that will like melt people. It's a nanovirus. So my experience with Fast and Furious is 1, and the Rock Statham one. I'm like, when did we go from cars and stolen VCRs to robots? Like, what happened in these 8 movies that I missed?
Fast and
fans
Furious
don't
franchise
know, man. The fans don't know.
has went in crazy directions. They've broken the laws of physics numerous times.
Numerous times. Alright, Josh. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay, anyway, yes,
Sorry.
in the fight against Heisenberg, he's wrapped around a huge amount of junk to basically ride a psychic mecha against you.
It's a very, Akira?
Kind of.
What? Aren't these supposed to be horror games?
It is actually a horror game. I fucking got
Yeah, they
terrified
throw a
during
lot
it.
of heavy action in
I
this
was kidding.
hill.
I screamed like 5 times in one scene.
Anyway,
Although, yeah, Heisenberg.
in the middle of that fight, and you're in a polymer vehicle, so he can't whip you around with his psychic ability, with his
His magnetics.
magnetic abilities. But anyway, in the middle of the fight, at one point, he gets distracted because his factory suddenly blows up. Thank you, Chris Redfield. And that gives you an opening to hit him, but not before he says, "After I'm done with you, I'm going to kill that boulder punching asshole."
And Resident Evil 5 reference is fantastic.
Because Chris Redfield in Resident Evil 5 apparently punched a boulder.
You haven't seen that scene?
I've not seen that scene.
Oh my god, it's fucking ridiculous.
Good for him.
It's not like a human-sized boulder. It's a fucking boulder.
The boulder wouldn't fit.
The boulder
Like, it was bigger than him. Like, the only person that fucking volcano who should have been able to move that boulder was Wesker. Mutated Wesker.
The problem is the boulder is huge, and his goal is to push it off this cliff to make a jump easier
To get
for
shit
his
out.
partner. And so he's pushing it, and then randomly while he's pushing it, he starts punching it to get it to move. And I'm like, Chris, if you use your legs, it would be much easier. It's the one thing he refused to use. He just didn't use his legs.
I'm still trying to figure out which ones are canon or not, because I know 1, 2, 3 are canon still. Thanks to 7, there's a newspaper thing. We're talking about Raccoon
5
City.
is canon.
Is 5 still canon?
5 is canon.
Is 6 the only one who got decanonized?
I think we can take the whole franchise.
I don't even know if
and
6
shit
got
out of it.
decanonized. I just think it's more of a side thing now instead of a legit thing.
Are the movies canon?
They're a different timeline.
Yeah. It's basically a different, it's a
Story,
whole
different story. A better way of putting it.
Just the later movies started putting elements from the video game into them, so they still had a little bit of
Weird.
connectivity.
But a lot of the fans kind of started hating it ever since 6. 'Cause they're like, this isn't a horror game anymore, this is just an action
7
shooter.
was really good.
And then 7 they went right back to their roots, and 7 was fucking amazing. And 8 they continued the story from 7, and it has horror qualities, but it also has non-horror qualities in some of the parts.
I'm guessing it goes from like whichever boss you fight is a different thing.
Oh my god. The first one would be Mr. X Space.
Yeah.
The second one is just plain old fucking horror. The third one is 4, because his name is Salazar.
Yeah.
So the third guy obviously is 4th.
Yeah. He's just
And
kind
then
of like
Heisenberg would be Resident Evil 5.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh my god.
kind of brings it all together, doesn't it?
1, 2, 2 is...
They pretty much had
I
elements from
forgot a
every
long time
game.
ago.
Yeah.
Elements from every famous game, at least.
Fucking
And-
hate the second boss. I'm there.
The fun thing is Dale's
I have
been
to go
asleep
home
this whole
and
time.
beat that again.
On hardest difficulty.
No, I'm on the casual. I'm trying to beat it in 3 hours.
Oh, you're doing okay. You're doing the fast one.
Ineffective.
Did you end up beating it on hardest difficulty?
I'm gonna go back through and try to get more.
Trying to get
I'm gonna
another
try to get
infinite
that
weapon.
LMD.
I know I wasted most
Yeah.
of this dying, but oh well.
That's alright.
People are coming here for to hear
It happens. It's a game where
But-
there's a chance to die.
It's a NES game?
Yeah, NES, yep.
Yeah, good luck beating it.
Yeah.
But
Well-
no, people just come on our channel to listen to our voices as
Yeah.
they also play the video game.
There.
don't pay attention to the
Sorry,
gameplay.
Devin. Nobody comes on our channel. We've established this.
I go on our channel.
I actually get more views with news reports about the channel than I do from anything I put on the channel.
They're just like, oh my god, is this why he finally announces he's getting rid of this stupid ass channel? No, he's not getting rid of it. Fuck. There's like
the
a whole
news
group.
report about what you're doing on your channel gets more views than what you're actually doing on your channel.
Yeah, but it's
Why?
like they have like I have the title like update and apologies.
I told you,
And-
there's just like 1,000 people just being like, "This is it, guys. This is the time these morons finally call it in."
It's like, what's he apologizing about this time? Oh, I get off on his apologies.
All right. Social experiment. This video, when you post it, name it "Update and Apologies," and in the description, what you actually want to call it, and see how many views you get on this.
We'll see how curious they are about the over-hour-long apology video.
And make the thumbnail a normal thumbnail for your updates and apology. Dude, it'd be a social experiment. I think it'd be hilarious. It might actually get them interested in the actual Final Fantasy bullshit that we get.
I doubt it.
I'm surprised.
In fact, they might almost call it clickbait.
Good for you. Guess what? Clickbait gets you views.
Clickbait gets you views. I don't know why that sounds like a slogan or something.
That's it. That's our new slogan. Instead of anything.
Clickbait
How
gets you
popular is our
views.
Phobia one?
Actually, that did very well.
Yeah, I can see that one taking off very
I
well.
haven't watched that one yet.
I mean, by our standards, very well, which was still not very good. But
No.
Like 100
Don't
views?
compare yourself to
45
others.
views?
Never compare yourself to others. You'll get nowhere with
17.
that. You'll never
It's
get
for us,
anywhere.
good.
No, I mean you're right. You're right.
You should never compare yourself to others. Always compare yourself to yourself.
Well, I don't want this ever to be one of those things where we are like spending our entire lives chasing and trying to be like, okay, guys, we have to change.
This will be it. This will be the one.
Or like, okay, guys, we're popular now. We have to change the channel. We got to do fucking I don't know, fucking.
Same thing.
We have to do cat rap videos.
Alright, can we do cat rap series regardless?
I'm kind of with Devin on this one. Let's do a cat rap video.
That sounds like a little fun. We got plenty of cats here.
Yeah, we do have plenty of cats.
See if our next, cat everything. Cat unboxing video.
Watch this cat play Final Fantasy 1. Can he beat it? We probably not, but let's find out.
And anyway, looks like I'm getting a low power warning. We're gonna have to call it here.
Oh, geez.
and hope that we can finally grind out a victory in that darn swamp cave next time. Until then,
I think grind on.
see you guys later.